defensive line group, when you're seeing, especially early in the game, those downfield passes go over the top of the defense, is that something where you guys say and think that we have to get to the quarterback, we have to stop him from having the amount of time to make that play?
Definitely. Whenever something goes wrong, the first person you got to look at is yourself, and I think they passed for 540-something yards or something like that, but I think the D-line definitely has to own some of that because there's a lot of times we didn't get the pressure we needed, on the quarterback, and we left the DBs out to dry, so we definitely own that.
As a senior one, you guys going to get together and talk to some of your teammates and try to keep them uplifted through the dark times?
Definitely, yeah, and we already kind of started that, with the loss the other day, we already kind of started that process, but we got a confident group, and like Coach said, we're real resilient, so you don't really got to worry about guys too much, but just a quick reassurance is always good.
How do they respond when you talk to them so much?
Well, we always self-reflect, whether we win or lose. You always got to look at what you did wrong and what you could have did better. So if you pull a guy to the side, it's always positive. It's never dogging a guy, but it's just like a quick pat on the back or something, like reassuring them we can always do better next time.
Is it easier for you now that you've been around this long?
Easier in what way?
Easier for you to kind of look at a game and
Yeah.
let it go?
Yeah, for certain. I think pretty much as soon as the final buzzer rang in that game the other day, I was pretty much over it. You can't really look back on it because we still got goals ahead of us. But as soon as the game was over, I was already looking forward to the next. So yeah, I think it's easier.
Is there a change of mindset for you guys as you get into ACC play here, as you're moving up, start conference play?
Maybe just a little, just slightly. But like Coach said, we want to win every game. So we took Oklahoma State pretty serious, and give all credit to them. They came out with the win that day. But, whoever we play, we always want to win. But I think the ACC championship is our goal still at this point. But whoever we play, we always want to win, like I said.
On that thought, then one, is there a different feeling about North Carolina than, say, in advance of Penn State, where it's so much about passion and rivalry, but this is about importance and getting to that goal? Is there a different tone, or does it feel the same way in terms of preparation?
I think we pretty much feel the same way in terms of preparation, just because every Saturday is a battle. No matter who you play, whether it's a top-tier team or somebody of the lesser. But the only thing guaranteed is two teams are going to play that day. So whoever we play, we want to give them our best.
After what happened last year, you guys came close to beating them, and that kind of cost you the division race a little bit. How does this carry a little bit more? Is there a little redemption aspect of this game?
I don't think we're thinking redemption, but after a loss last week, I think we respond well to adversity. I think we just want to bounce back with another win. So I'm not sure we're thinking redemption, but we're eager to get back on the right track, I'll say.
Well, can you, just because I didn't get a chance to talk to you after the game, can you walk us through the sack there, the strip sack? You forced the fumble.
Third quarter.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Walk you through the play.
When you guys were able to score after the fumble?
Oklahoma State is heavy pass, so they lined up with a tight end, but I was already thinking pass, so I pretty much knew I had a one-on-one with the tight end, so I had a good get-off, and I pretty much, tight ends aren't the best blockers, so I pretty much beat the tight end. And I had to make a choice whether to go around or through the back, but you got limited time with a good quarterback like that because he was getting it out pretty quick, so I decided to go through the back, and it paid off for us.
Given the season you had last year, have you noticed opposing offenses and opposing offensive lines kind of keying in on you a little bit more this season?
Not too much. Sometimes I do notice that they'll slide to me, or they'll put like a running back or flex tight end and chip me or something like that, but it hasn't been too serious lately. Like, it hasn't been like too noticeable, but sometimes I will notice little things, yeah.
How was Sunday to Monday in terms of how you were feeling with that long delay? Did that screw up your body at all in terms of your recovery? The flight getting back a little bit later, and just how you felt on Monday to start the week?
Well, actually, you mean today?
Yeah.
Actually, I feel like I was thinking about this last night. I kind of feel good today just because there was so much heavy pass, and it's not like inside run the whole game. So I wasn't as sore as I was last week. But, rushing a passer that many times, I was a little fatigued, but my body's not too banged up, though.
I wasn't sure if you were any of the other guys after being down for 2 hours, then restarting again, any extra pulled muscles or guys complaining about additional
No,
sweats?
I think Coach Andrews did a really good job warming us back up and getting our minds and bodies right for that final 12 minutes. And I think when we came out, we were pretty fired up and we were flying around, but they just made one more play than we did.
I saw a lot of Hood last year in the game here. What are you expecting him to bring?
Hood, what am I expecting him to bring?
Yeah.
Well, you know, he was I think he was first team All ACC last year, so he's a pretty solid guy last year. You know, he's a big, well put together back, and he got some speed with him too. So I'm pretty much expecting the same thing as last year.